Jesus Christ. That was insane.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the Rainmaker review, I guess, is what I'll call it.
Yeah, good enough.
We always have to do the awkward part at the start.
Yeah.
We just finished watching WWE Hell in a Cell 2017. We're still kind of in shock from what we saw from McMahon Owens. But we'll get onto that later, I guess.
Yeah.
So we had the New Day versus the Usos first.
Match of the night.
Oh yeah. What a fucking match.
Yeah. Started off strong. Started off a little too strong.
Yeah. We were kind of surprised that they put that first. I don't know. Obviously you couldn't have it main event because Owens McMahon.
Yeah, but I would have had it maybe in the middle. But can't really complain about possession, like card possession and stuff. But that was good.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed the match.
It was good. It was freaking great.
Yeah, and there was some nice spots in the match as well.
There was some colourful instruments.
Yeah,
involved.
Literally, 2 trombones and 2 coloured canes.
Yeah, candy canes.
Very interesting. I don't think I'll ever get tired of watching the New Day versus the Usos.
Nah. Well, I mean, I think they've got like one match left, but obviously because New Day are due a rematch for their belts.
Because the Usos won with
yeah.
Double superfly splashes onto a chair.
Onto a handcuffed Xavier Woods.
I mean, I think that tells a story in itself. It was just a very good match.
The fact that handcuffs and chairs were involved.
Yeah. And 2 splashes were needed. Some good false finishes actually as well.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I liked the whole deal with when New Day got, I don't know which Uso it was, and
one of them,
yes, and when they like trapped him in the corner of the cell with the sticks.
Oh yeah, that's quite innovative. As one of the things I wrote down is like it was also a really funny match as well.
It was, yeah. As soon as it got at the start, it was pretty comical.
Yeah,
but then it escalated really freaking quickly.
So that was match of the night, I'd say.
Yeah.
There's nothing really else to say apart from it was just a great match.
There was also the Big E's spear where he kind of spiked himself into the cage.
Yeah, as he always does.
And the Usos hit what I can only describe as a suicidal doomsday spear.
Yeah. Like sort of shoulder tackle sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like, imagine a doomsday device, but with a spear.
I think the only sort of botch in the night was the Uranagi into the backbreaker.
Oh yeah, that... I don't know why Woods would attempt that on his end, considering I'm pretty sure he had a knee injury not too long ago.
Yeah,
but
so they're insane.
And even if you don't have a knee injury, just in general, to have a 200-something pound guy thrown down onto your knees, like with force, I don't know. I don't know why anyone would agree to that, but
yeah. We then had Randy Orton versus Rusev, which Orton won.
That's an okay match. Wasn't by no means was it bad.
Yeah, we were kind of distracted, to be honest, for most of it.
Obviously, it wasn't as good as the prior match, but it was a match. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was just a fine match, I'd say.
I really liked the finish where Rusev was down. Orton does his taunt to set up for the RKO, but Rusev reaches up and grabs Orton's hands, then somehow rolls into the accolade.
Yeah.
Then Orton slid out of that and hit his RKO and won.
Which, of course, Rusev, the best seller, I reckon, of the RKO.
He goes down face first.
Yeah.
He doesn't go down evenly. Head, then body.
Yeah, it's like you think he's not going to fall, and then before you know it, he's hit the mat face first.
It's like how he hasn't scorpioned himself yet on that. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. I don't think there was really much else to the match, just like a couple of nice spots. There was a follow-away slam in the barricade.
Yeah.
There
was a deal where Rusev ran around like half of the ring and hit his super kick on the floor.
Yeah. But that was that match. Then we had, of course, what was originally scheduled as a one-on-one match between AJ Styles and Baron Corbin, and then during the kickoff show, Tye Dillinger went to Daniel Bryan and asked for it to be changed to a triple threat match, which of course Daniel Bryan said yes.
And we did not watch the kickoff show, so we only found out about this when they showed the match graphic
to
inform us that it was a triple threat.
Which, like, obviously we had predictions on, so obviously you weren't too happy with that.
It screwed with mine a lot.
Yeah.
Because had I known Tye was going to be in this, I would have said Corbin's winning because Tye's eating the fall.
Yeah.
But I figured it was 1-on-1, so I thought, oh, AJ's winning.
Yeah, because AJ's untouchable.
And then what happened? They had the triple threat match, and Corbin won because Tye ate the fall, like I would have predicted.
Yeah. I mean,
like you did predict.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good match, I'd say. And I think Tye Dillinger definitely helped it.
Yes,
but it
for
just,
certain.
Yeah, it just made it predictable, I feel. And it was always going to end. It was never going to be an end of days for the finish. It was always going to be AJ Styles' finisher.
Yeah.
And then Baron steals the finish, which was a bit clumsy, the way they did it. But he eventually got him out the ring.
After 50 million kicks.
So Baron Corbin, obviously new US champion. What's next for him, I guess?
Not very much.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
You said he was going to be a transitional champion.
Most probably, yeah. I feel they're going to be pushing Rude strong, so I feel not necessarily next month, but maybe Royal Rumble time. Could see Rude fit into that picture.
Yeah, we'll get to Rude in a second. But
well, actually, I said that I'm curious as to see how, because obviously AJ's due a rematch for his title. I can't see Corbin beating AJ.
Yeah, I really can't. It may be for chicanery, if you know what I mean. Like
probably.
How the next match ended Natalya Charlotte for the women's belt. Again, we were split on this, but
way to kill a crowd.
Yeah, I mean, like, Natalya just doesn't get heat at all. No one cares about Natalya.
See, the thing was, these two had a match in NXT, I think 3 years ago, just after Paige vacated the belt.
Yeah.
So, and they had like a tournament thing, and like the final was on one of the earlier takeovers. It was Charlotte versus Natalya, and that was like a huge deal.
Yeah.
And when they had Brett and Rick in their respective corners, it was a huge deal. Everyone loved it. Freaking good match.
Where he finished though. Was it not? Was that another one?
No, that was a clean finish.
Oh, right.
On the NXT. This was the opposite of all of that.
Oh, yeah. Like, this was just... Didn't make any sense. It was just so boring. Like,
yeah.
Natalya worked Charlotte's leg the whole match.
Yes.
Charlotte hit the big boot. No one really reacted. I don't know why Charlotte's doing that as a finisher. It's a good big boot, but it's like...
Big Cass was also using a big boot as a finish before he got hurt.
It's like, it's a good big boot. I don't think it's a finisher, though.
Yeah, this isn't 1992 anymore.
Yeah, we've moved on. We do 630s as signatures now. So this works.
Unless you make it blatantly obvious you've got lead in the sole of your boot.
Yeah.
That I might feasibly believe.
It's like Power of the Punch, but with your boot.
Yeah. Just wrap brass around your laces. Boom. Front to the face.
It was a big boot. Charlotte couldn't get the pin because, her leg, and then...
Yeah, then Charlotte hit her big moonsault to the floor. Then, next thing I know, Natalya's got a chair and is beating Charlotte up.
And that was that. That was the end of that match.
And the thing was, this was something that Craig realised immediately, and it took me a couple of seconds to register.
It's me, by the way. It's me, by the way, Craig, just in case you didn't know.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you.
Yes, I realised this immediately anyway.
But it took me a couple of seconds to register about the fact that, I mean, sure, Natalya retains the belt, which freaking sucked, but technically Charlotte won, i.e. my prediction was correct.
Yeah.
I took the advantage here.
Yeah.
Because I predicted Usos to win the opener, so I was happy with this.
Yeah, so he was up...
Well, to a degree, I was happy with this.
Yeah. I mean, like, the people I'd all predicted, apart from the New Day, winning, like, I didn't really want to win.
Yeah.
I didn't want Corbin to win. I didn't want... I didn't want Corbin to win, didn't want Natalya to win, didn't want Mahal to win, who, of course, once again defended, I think for the 4th time now, has defended the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Was that next?
Yeah, that was the next match.
That was the next one. Oh, no.
Oh, it was just...
It's the same match.
It was the exact same match.
Every time. Okay, so Jinder can have 2 matches. Either the 2 little stooges can distract his opponent, he hits the khallas, they get pinned.
Mm-hmm.
Or a match we've seen only for this, I think the second time, the other time being with Randy Orton and Money in the Bank, where they tease the whole deal where Two Stooges cause a distraction, Mahal hits the Khallas, but Khallas gets countered into whatever it may be, into anything.
Yeah, Kinshasa, RKO.
Yeah, or just whatever. Stooges stick around, they continue to interfere. Referee kicks them out. Oh, there's hope. Maybe we won't get a square finish this time. But no, there's still a Khallas. There's still a pin.
Like, I know, I think recently, I think it was last year, they started introducing this where WWE had one finisher to finish the match.
I think that was last year.
Yeah, it's good when it's like a good finisher, like an F5 or a Kinshasa.
Yeah.
When it's a move like the Khallas, it just isn't believable.
The Cobra Clutch Slam.
Yeah, what is that? It's a strong grapple at best.
If you're a freaking strong guy, or if you're a giant, maybe you can believe it because either the guy's getting ragdolled or he's like getting slammed from a fair distance. Jinder's not that strong. I mean, he's maybe above average, but he's not huge.
Yeah.
And he's average height. Well, maybe slightly above average, but like not.
He's nothing special.
Yeah, by no means is he a giant. So
he's not like Braun Strowman, who could get over a running power slam as a finisher.
Yeah. He's none of these things.
Doesn't have any interesting moves at all.
He was cutting the same promo over and over again about how
3 weeks
about how when he had to deal with Orton, he was cutting the same promo over and over again. Oh, all you American, basically saying everyone was racist against him and his people. Then what does he do when he gets into the Nakamura feud? Immediately starts with this racist crap against the Japanese.
Yeah, which went, I think, quite overlooked, I'd say. I mean, like, people picked up on it, but like, it didn't get much shit for it, I don't think.
Well, WWE issued a public apology.
Oh, did they?
For it, yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's the type of thing everyone just like they wanted it to go over their head. It's like I'm not even going to touch that. It's not worth bringing attention to. But
it didn't make any sense, especially like the Kinshasa is so much better than like the Khallas. But I guess you have to have the whole idea of each finisher's like equal strength, I guess, and the Kinshasa was somewhat protected. How referee couldn't quite get back into the ring, and it was a rope break caused it.
And we didn't discuss this earlier. The reason I picked Nakamura to win, other than the obvious, I'd heard from multiple sources. These are not direct sources. I read these online, as everyone did.
Yeah.
Apart from you. So WWE's got this India tour coming up, and you'd figure, they'd want the Indian guy who's on top right now to still be on top for this tour.
Yeah.
A month or two, whenever it is. But apparently, I don't know if it's on posters or local advertisers or whatever, Mahal was billed as a 2-time WWE champion.
Oh.
So I figured he loses the belt here, picks it up again at Survivor Series or some random episode of Smackdown.
Yeah.
Then drops it again at maybe the Rumble or something.
Yeah.
Evidently that was... Well, there's still time, but evidently that was wrong.
Yeah, I did know about him being billed as a champion going in India. I didn't realise it was a 2-time champion.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. He's only ever had one runaway belt.
Thankfully.
And it's been disgraceful.
Yes.
I mean...
In the span of a year, we went from AJ Styles to Bray Wyatt to Randy Orton to
this. No, I think I won't go on a major run here, but I'll give this. I know I say that and then I go for like 5 hours, but what we usually say is like, Mahal was disgracing the belt, it will never have the same prestige. With WWE, like, as soon as someone else wins it, we will forget about this.
Yes.
It's the same with Baron Corbin. Like, remember that time, like, he lost in like 6 seconds?
Oh, yeah.
to Jinder Mahal when he cashed in his money. He's now US champion. Shit like that changes around so easily.
True, but it must be said, I don't know if you picked up on this. At the start of the triple threat match, there were strong "Where's your briefcase" chants.
Where's your briefcase?
Yeah, so people still get on him for that.
People will still get on him, but like WWE will forget it, I feel. With Enzo, he was kind of booked kind of poorly. He's now Cruiserweight champion, so... I mean,
Must you remind me? Oh, this is not the week to be dealing with.
He's making 205 relevant, to be fair.
Has he? I haven't been watching.
Really? Well, I have. It's been quite funny, I'd say. He's been shitting on Kalisto. It's quite funny. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about SmackDown.
Yeah, we can talk about Raw in 2 weeks for TLC.
I don't know if you want to make anything of this, but Owens then had a really nice promo, actually.
He did, yes.
It was pretty good.
He dismissed, what was it, Charlie?
Charlie, I think so.
Oh, he dismissed Charlie, took the microphone.
Yeah.
And then he just went off on his own, which is all you really need with this guy.
Yeah, it's just like building up the main event more. I think at this point in the night, like, the first match was great.
Yeah.
Wow, we totally overlooked the Fashion Files skit. It was hilarious. It was before Mahal Nakamura.
Yes.
It was really funny, and I'm actually really looking forward to it on SmackDown.
Yes, This has been gone for, I think, what, a month now?
I think so, about 3 weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks it's been gone. It has been sorely missed on weekly television.
It's given the Ascension something to do as well.
It is, yeah. That's one way to look at it.
There's nothing bad about like giving 4 people something to do, especially if it gets over.
And it's so weird considering.
No, always with the Twitter notifications.
Considering I am by no means popular, that's just popular accounts saying stuff that people actually care about. But considering how the Ascension were in NXT, where they were like this big scary tag team who were like running through everyone.
Yeah.
And then how they were brought into WWE is, well, they were viewed as Road Warrior wannabes because they started painting their face and wearing the shoulder pads and stuff.
Yeah.
Then they got buried by JBL constantly on commentary.
And then beaten by the New Age Outlaws for the belts in Royal Rumble, I think.
That was Cody and Goldust lost the belts.
Oh, right, okay.
But I'm pretty sure the New Age Outlaws did beat Ascension.
They did beat them one time.
Regardless.
On a pre-show, I think.
I think it was the Royal Rumble pre-show of 2015.
Yeah. That memorable Rumble. Is that the one that Reigns won? His first one?
The first one, yeah. Anyways. We'll do retros another time.
Of course, then we had the first, I think it was pay-per-view debut for Bobby Roode. Was it? Or has he had one beforehand?
No, this was his debut.
His debut against Dolph Ziggler. Battle of the Entrances. I think one was slightly better than the other. I like the way Ziggler did his, but no, I don't think you can beat Bobby Roode's entrance.
No, but I appreciated the, as weird as this is going to sound, the storytelling in Ziggler's entrance.
Yeah.
For weeks he's been making a big deal
about how than just an entrance.
Yeah, about how all these people, like, they're just an entrance, like they're just showmans, but once the bell rings, that's when the act is over. That's when they're done. No one can do what he does in the ring.
Yeah,
etc. etc. So he followed that up tonight by not having an entrance.
Yeah,
there was no music. There was no fancy Titantron. He just walks straight to the ring. So
I think, what was your opinion on like the entrances before this, like on SmackDown Live? Because I know a lot of people disliked it and thought this was stupid, but I was actually on board with it.
I don't know if he's going to continue it or not. I would like to think he continues it at least through to January to make the Royal Rumble fun.
You really want this Royal Rumble?
I really do. I really do. I'm just waiting for the inevitable SmackDown goes to Chicago. He comes out to Cult of Personality. Oh,
it looks so great.
He comes out with his hoodie with his fist taped up with the X and the kick pads and everything. Then, look who it is. It's me. It's your boy Ziggles. But I've been liking it, to be fair.
Yeah. Because I know everyone was like, sort of, they weren't a fan of it because they thought that it was just stupid, like what he was doing. I think like it was stupid, but I think it was quite funny.
Yeah.
Especially when I did Naomi's one.
And there was certain people who weren't a fan of his mimicking Randy Savage or mimicking Ultimate Warrior and stuff. And it's like, well, obviously he's not doing it to disrespect them.
Yeah.
And obviously he would have gotten some sort of blessing or permission or what have you to do this from someone.
I think one of the disappointing things is, you mentioned this, you were hoping this for the Rumble, but he pulled out the Undertaker entrance a bit early.
Yeah, he pulled, what was it, last week?
I think it was last week.
Or was it 2 weeks? It was like last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, he pulled out the Undertaker deal. And the thing was, I don't know how many people were actually fooled when they heard the gong. I knew immediately who it was.
Yeah, that's it. Because it was that point in the show as well.
Yeah, so I would like to think no one was fooled. Cause
I think a few people were, actually.
It should have been obvious.
Yeah.
It's like, because, I mean, you've got a couple of mediocre pay-per-views coming up, and mediocre not in terms of quality, but in terms of stature. Like, it's not
it's like a
big
B-list.
Yeah, it's not like a big thing.
Yeah.
So, like, why would Undertaker come back now?
Yeah, like...
And if it's on SmackDown, why would he come back 6 days before?
Yeah, like, he's retired, if you like, at WrestleMania, and then he comes back on his SmackDown Live.
Yeah.
6 days before.
6 days before a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Because that makes sense, right?
Oh, totally, yeah.
But the actual match, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. And definitely a lot better than Mahal Nakamura.
Not hard.
A bit of a surprise roll-up finish, I'd say.
Yeah, I figured this was just going to be a showcase match for Roode. Kind of introduces him to the people who don't watch NXT or who haven't really kept up with TNA in the past 10 years. Their viewers have been declining rapidly, so that's a lot of people to cover.
Yeah.
And I figured Dolph would have been the perfect guy to put him with, because Dolph can put on a good match. Dolph can make anyone look good.
Yeah.
And obviously he beats him clean in the middle with his finish. That did not happen.
Yeah.
He beat him near the ropes with a roll-up that had been countered like 4 times prior.
Yeah. It's like in the 2K games, you just like keep hitting the yellow bar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they literally went from corner to corner with roll-ups.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it's fine. I think we should have known that this would last longer than one match.
Yes, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I think I'm
because
fine
it was good. So I'm okay
especially since the first finish was kind of screwy.
Yeah.
I think Roode will eventually win the rivalry, of course.
Yeah.
But whether Ziggler wins the next one and we go to a third and final one, I don't know.
It'll most probably be resolved on a SmackDown, and then they'll have moved on before Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Because that's, 5 weeks away? I don't even know.
Yeah, around about time.
It's like mid-November.
Then we had the main event, which probably still recovering from. Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens. They're probably still recovering from it as well.
Oh, they're not going to be recovered very long.
Yeah. It was a really good match, I'd say.
It was, yeah.
I think like the things that happened in the cell were, I think, good enough. Some nice spots, the cannonball for the table.
Yeah.
There's a powerbomb on the steps. Of course, the coast to coast.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah. Didn't screw up or anything. It was just fine coast to coast. And then when they got on top of the cell, that's when kind of heart and mouth things started to happen.
Yeah, and before we get to that, a couple things I want to point out.
Yeah.
So at one point, I think this was just after Shane hit the coast to coast, and that got a near fall.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of got the whole, oh, what do I do now? What do I do now? Then he looks up, and everyone sees him look up, so they pop for it. So cause they know what's coming. They know when Shane looks up, someone's about to die.
Yeah.
Be it him or whoever the hell he's facing. So then Shane then rolls outside the ring and tells the referee to open the door, to which the referee refuses.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
For one, it's false count anywhere. So if he wants to leave the damn cell, he can leave the damn cell. 2, it's not as if someone's trying to interfere. He's in the match.
Yeah.
So if he's asking you to open the door so he can exit, he should be allowed to. Yeah. And also, it's not like he's the heel who'd constantly been trying to run away. So now the referee's been given strict orders. Oh, he must stay in there.
Yeah.
So it's just,
especially in the summer, if it's a normal Hell in a Cell match, you can somewhat give leeway to it. But the fact there's a falls count anywhere, it's like,
yeah,
I don't understand that. There was also a part beforehand that we remember. I think it was after he hit the coast to coast, and he went for a pin.
This might have been just, this was like just before. Yeah, this was just before that, because You brought attention to the TV, and I thought you were referring to the fact that he was looking up.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Corey Graves mentioned the rope break. Yeah.
Because the rope break, like, it was fine by me. Like, it made sense, protect the finisher. But then it's like, I remember I looked straight to you. I was like, does rope break apply in Falls Count Anywhere?
Yeah, I wasn't really sure because you have to think Falls Count Anywhere. So if you want to pin someone on the apron where they're directly under the ropes, that should be allowed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a very small margin to pin someone on, but
pin them like on the ropes, like on the electronic part of the
on the LED boards.
Yeah. But yeah, Corey Graves then showed that I botched. Corey Graves.
Nice one.
Yeah, Corey Graves then said the rope break. It was the referee was caught up in the moment. It was like, sure, whatever.
But all things considered, I don't think anyone's going to pay attention to that one aspect.
Yeah.
So I think the referee gets away with this one. There's not going to be much complaints about it.
Yeah, because then later on, of course, they take them up to the cell.
Yeah, Shane produced a pair of
bolt cutters.
Bolt cutters, that's what they're called. I was going to say cable cutters. Bolt cutters from under the ring, and he just cut himself out anyway. So the referee was useless as usual.
Yep. Kevin Owens kind of dragged Shane round to where the announce tables were. He placed them on one of those tables and then proceeded to...
You were begging them to move the pencils?
Yep. They have to move the pencils. That is dangerous. What if those pencils get stuck right in your chest? What are you going to do? Gotta move the pencils. Kevin...
Yeah, because, a pencil lying...
It could bounce up and get in someone's eye. It's a freak accident that would happen on pay-per-view. Gotta move the pencils.
That's how Vince makes his money.
Well, pencils in the eye. Get it famous on YouTube.
Well, just, whole element of danger. Never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon, Ultimate Daredevil.
Announce table with pencils or without pencils. With pencils gets you that dollar.
Yeah. But anyways...
Kevin Owens went up onto the apron. And then, of course, did
the barricade.
Sorry, the barricade. That's what I meant to say. He looked up towards the cell and then was like, you know what, I should totally jump off that.
Yeah, I was saying you're fine there. You're still elevated. You can still jump off of that. There's like you can hit a frog splash from there.
There's 2 other tables. We'll be fine.
But no, he was insistent. He climbed up. And then when he got up there, he hesitated. Nor do I blame him. No. Looking down from that distance, I was getting anxious.
Yeah.
Watching this,
I'm nauseated.
Yeah. I don't do heights. And I understand this isn't the type of deal that you... With the GoPro thing where you see it from their perspective, but still, no.
You can see the range. I think it was really good storytelling as well, just showing that Kevin Owens couldn't quite pull the trigger, I feel like.
Yeah.
Of course. Then the fans, I feel like they started booing, so that was a good sort of distraction to let Shane climb up the
Yeah. Then they had a brawl, and they were hitting a bunch of moves on top of the cell. They were mainly focused around one sector of the cell, and we were convinced it started to buckle.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys got to move, or else I don't care if this cage is set up or not, someone's going through the thing.
Yeah. When Shane McMahon hit the back body drop on Kevin Owens, you had like shades of Mankind.
Yeah, Mick Foley, Triple H, No Way Out 2000.
Yeah.
He went for the pile driver, Triple H back body dropped him, he went through the cell, he went through the ring, everyone thought he was dead. He probably did die, then came back to life within 5 seconds because it's Mick Foley.
Yeah. He has 3 personas, he has 3 lives. Of course, then we had... I'll try to remember what happened next. I think Kevin Owens sort of threatened to throw Shane off the cell.
Yeah, but Shane dropped, like at the last split second, he just kind of dropped his back.
Yeah.
Which is, that's a good defensive tactic.
I'm not sure if he fell or actually dropped, but we'll say he dropped.
Let's say he dropped.
Yeah.
Which is because, considering where he was, he can't exactly spin out in front of Kev, then throw Kev off because, Shane's just going to fall anyway. Yeah. So all you can do is just drop.
Yeah.
Then Kev started to climb down, which got uproarious boos. Is uproarious a word?
Yeah, no, that's Good, right enough.
Okay.
I think it was a bit harsh as well, giving him booze like that. But
Yeah, it's like you freaking climb up that 20-foot cage. You jump off that.
yeah. But of course, then they were sort of hanging on the cell, sort of Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins still, remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think we all knew Kevin Owens was falling through it, but he fell, like, he didn't just fall, he plummeted through that table.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Good 12 feet up in the air, see?
It was, they were, the ledge they were standing on was 10 feet off the ground, plus he fell maybe 16 feet.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's halfway down the cell and it's still, it's freaking 16 feet.
It's insane.
Yikes. So that sucked.
Then, of course, Shane climbed down. Again, storytelling, thinking about going for the pin, but then thought,
no.
You insulted my family, you headbutted my father.
I have to get my move in.
Yeah, I have to get my shit in. So, of course, he put him on the middle announce table and he climbed all the way to the top. The cameras were set, ready in there, and when he went to go take the elbow drop, Sami Zayn pulled Kevin Owens off the announce table, to which Shane McMahon then plummeted through the announce table by himself.
Yes.
Dead.
Yeah, so in Shane's mind, it's like, you know what? I can't end the match here because I've been safe this whole time. I've
only done a coast to coast.
It's not a Shane McMahon match unless I jump off of something very, very high. And I just so happen to have this lovely little cage here. So I'm going to go ahead.
That was a weak word to use for that cage.
It's just 20 feet.
Just 20 feet.
Just 20 feet.
It's nothing to him.
Yeah.
He's crashed off a helicopter.
I was going to say he survived a helicopter crash. But, so with the angle where you saw the leap of faith from, I figured Kev was probably moving.
Yeah.
I saw someone pull Kev at the bottom of the screen, but obviously I didn't see who it was. I figured it was like a stagehand or whatever, basically giving him the sign you have to move, and they got caught.
Yeah.
It wasn't until we saw another camera angle from the floor, just next to what had happened, that we seen it was Sami.
Yeah. It wasn't until that point that I actually noticed he'd been pulled off the table.
Yeah.
I thought he'd actually got up by himself, and it wasn't until the camera panned to Sami I realised he saved him.
Yeah, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, what the hell? No one could have predicted that, I don't think.
No. Well,
that's in a left field, I feel.
Yeah. I'd actually seen something earlier today. Let's say it's still Sunday. It's currently 5:20 in the morning.
We live in the UK. We work hard for this.
I've got work in 4 hours.
Oh, I get work in 7.
Shut
I
up.
say that as if it's bad. I gotta edit this, so I get working like 6 hours in, probably.
But anyways, yes, we have real jobs.
We do real shit. We are two normal people with real jobs.
But so I'd seen something earlier today, and this wasn't on a specific site. This was just randomly through social media.
Yeah.
And some site had been posting. I don't know if this was What Culture or if it was some
like Cage Side Seats or Bleacher Report or something.
Yeah, something like that. It might have been Bleacher Report. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
And they were posting about the main points. I don't know if it was the main points of the show or specifically this match.
Yeah.
And they mentioned that Sami would get involved because to a degree, he's been like a third wheel in this feud.
Yeah. Kind of like Tye Dillinger was a third wheel in the US title match.
So I read that and I immediately dismissed it.
Yeah.
And I thought sure he's been there, but he's not been there enough to justify.
It's like there's a connection there, but it's not the right time, and it doesn't quite make sense. It's like, just because Sami and Kevin Owens have a thing, it's like you don't thrust Sami into this, I don't think.
Yeah, so I immediately dismissed. I never mentioned anything earlier because I thought nothing of it. I immediately dismissed it.
Yeah.
But it was always in the back of my mind. For some reason, it lingered in the back of my mind. But I knew it was absurd. I thought it was absurd. Then this happened, and I thought, holy crap, they're actually doing this.
Yeah.
So, but there was never an official sign of allegiance between Owens and Zayn.
Yeah.
Because Owens was unconscious the entire time Zayn was out.
Yeah.
And essentially the whole gist that Owens got was when he was getting carried to the back and he looked up at the Titantron as they were showing replays of Sami pulling him off the table.
Yeah.
Then Sami dragging him over to Shane's dead carcass and forcing the ref to count. So it's interesting to see where this goes on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not only to hear Sami's explanation, his justification for what he did.
Would you call this a heel turn?
Yes.
You reckon?
I would say it's a heel turn, and Sami's like Bailey, where it's like they seem so genuinely nice. I could never imagine them.
I know he can be quite annoying backstage. I think.
Being a bad guy. Yeah. Well,
just because he always tries to do spots or something like that. I think that's what it is.
So some call it annoying. Some say he's overexcited. Just.
Yeah. I
get how to some people that could be perceived as annoying.
Yeah, but to the crowd, he's considered a babyface.
Yes.
Through and through.
Yes. And I'd assume to most people who'd ever met him, he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Probably.
But if that's the route they're going with this, essentially a reunion of Steen Jericho, which we've never actually had under the WWE banner. Well, yeah. We did have for about 3 minutes.
And then...
in NXT.
When Sami won the belt against Neville.
Then Kev threw him down on the ramp. Then he powerbombed him on the apron. And for the past almost 3 years, he's been making his life a living hell on and off.
Yeah.
But hell, even before that on the independent scene in Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah.
And oh no, wait, sorry, that wasn't Sami. That was his Mexican cousin.
Yes.
El Generico.
He of course went to Mexico, had an orphanage, and then died. Tragic.
Pour one out.
Pour one. A single tear.
But if we see a reunion of that,
I'm not mad at it.
It could be fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a strange one, but I reckon it's interesting. It makes you want to tune in.
Yeah.
And that's what matters, I think.
Another reason I wished Nakamura won the world title, where the hell does Kev go now? I mean, sure, you could say for Kev, all roads lead to a match with Hunter at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because he's targeted his family.
Yeah.
What does Kev do until then? I guess, because you have to figure, what does he do for the rest of the year? Then you could assume at the Rumble, maybe Triple H cost him the Royal Rumble match, just via distraction.
Yeah.
Or one of the McMahons cost him the Rumble match via distraction.
Yeah.
And then obviously that brings Triple H back for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But between now and the Rumble, then between the Rumble and Mania, what does he do?
There's really no idea for him, I guess. I mean, obviously, I was quite surprised when you mentioned Sami as a heel turn. I'm thinking it could be a heel turn. The other way I could look at it is it could just be a face turn in this, not a face turn, but he's looking out for his friend, he's concerned about him, but it's like Owens rejects it, and maybe they do a sort of program with them too. But I feel like we've seen that enough times. Well, I'm never going to get tired of seeing Zayn and Owens, but I don't know. I think that's what you always have to think about is what is next for these guys. And I think with some people you've set some stuff up. Rude and Ziggler, they're pretty much set.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do for the women's match. I guess Charlotte gets a rematch.
Screw finish, probably gets a rematch. I don't know if she'd get the rematch on just some SmackDown or WWE. Sorry, yeah.
Knowing the way they do the women's division matches like Raw and SmackDown, they do tend to just have the belt change on the SmackDown or the Raw.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they do it with the women. I feel like it undervalues the belt. I don't know. It's strange. Continue.
I was going to say, WWE do have that Starcade show coming up.
Oh, aye.
In Greensboro. And I think one of the matches is a cage match between Charlotte and Natalya for the belt.
That'd be interesting. Well, I say interest. Half of that would be interesting. God damn,
They also have Jinder and someone else for the world title in a cage match. Like that's like the whole big thing. It's like a double cage match main event.
Yeah. I got a question, I guess, to pose to you just for the hell of it. Knowing what Nakamura's currently doing with Mahal, would you have Nakamura in the current situation he's in, chasing the belt but losing to Mahal, or would you have him go after the US belt and actually maybe win it?
I would say US belt. Well, see, it is tricky because if you look at who holds the US belt now, and if you look at who holds the WWE title now, these are possibly the only two guys to get a bad match out of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
So
I think
there's no desirable outcome here.
I think Corbin's okay. I think I wouldn't say improved, but I think he's been consistently decent, I'd say. He's got some nice moves, and he's not particularly interesting.
See, the thing with Corbin for me is I stop liking him once the bell rings. I like his new song.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I like his Deep Six in the end of days.
He's got a couple.
I don't know how to feel about like when he gets Irish whipped behind the post and then runs round.
Oh yeah.
It feels like a strange way to do it, but sure, fine. Get that clothesline in. I mean, Jinder Mahal, he doesn't have the moves, does he? It's like we complain so much about wrestling and stuff like that. It's like, why do you watch it? It's like we watch it for moments like Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens.
Yes.
And New Day versus Usos.
Yes.
Which obviously Usos now champs. They're probably going to face New Day on a rematch.
Yeah.
If the Usos win, it's probably Gable and Benjamin.
Possibly, yeah.
Or the Fashion Police.
I think they're saving it up for the Fashion Police to get their moment, maybe at WrestleMania. And they could, and because of the Fashion Files, they can afford to drag it out that long.
Oh yeah.
Because they're always going to be kept busy, because they're always going to have something.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be on TV. Usos can feud with whoever, just any babyface team.
Yeah.
For the meantime. And then if all roads lead to WrestleMania, Breeze Angle get their moment finally.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Fandango technically already had his moment when he beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 29.
Yeah, they thought he was going to be something, and then didn't really work out.
How many guys does that apply to? There's Curtis Axel.
There's Jinder Mahal. I mean, I guess he wasn't like built as the guy, but like I remember Drew McIntyre and he's.
I was going to say Drew McIntyre, yeah.
But he's actually a good wrestler. I don't
Yes.
know, was he good back in his first run? I feel like he was decent.
I don't really remember much of that run. I think he was okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's gotten better over time. I think he was good enough at the time to be an Intercontinental Champion. He wasn't like out of place there.
Yeah.
He was good enough.
I think it fit him. I don't know, like if there's any other guys that were like meant to be the guy. Roman Reigns. He is like the prototype. God, I hate him so much. Just.
Wade Barrett was supposed to be something special with this whole Nexus thing.
And then John Cena happened.
And John Cena happened,
as it always does. Survivor Series is next, I guess. I reckon the main event's going to be fun. That's the next SmackDown one, isn't it?
Well, there's a Joe branded, but yeah, that's SmackDown's next big thing.
I guess it'll be like a 5 tag team match.
I think it would probably be the Joe brand thing again, Raw versus SmackDown.
Do you reckon you could see, actually, just bringing this back, Steen and, sorry, being indie here, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, do you reckon you could see him as a tag team going for the titles?
I would love that.
That would be pretty good. Can you imagine New Day versus Zayn and Owens?
The promos. They've even got a tag finisher set up. It's a play on their indie one, which was the Yakuza kick into the package pile driver.
Pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah, just Haluva kick into the pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah,
Simple.
or even Haluva kick into frog splash.
Or that, yeah.
Owens has had that a couple times.
Or Brainbuster into the frog splash.
Oh yeah, that could work as well.
So yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Right, so what? Just to end this off, what's your overall opinion on Hell in a Cell? What rating would you give it out of What do you want to do? Star rating or out of 10?
Let's go out of 10.
Okay.
We need to keep away from the stars.
That's Meltzer's.
That's Uncle Dave's territory.
Copyright shit. We do Tye Dillinger out of 10.
The Young Bucks are getting enough cease and desist letters. We can't afford any. I'd probably give it a
7.
I'd say 6.5.
Yeah, it seems about right. I think like the start and the end were the main parts.
Yeah.
I don't know, just some strange booking with Natalya, Charlotte, and Mahal, Nakamura. But I think probably some match of the year candidates, I reckon.
The opener, definitely.
McMahon was maybe not, but like...
Yeah, but that's the thing with a Shane McMahon match. It's never going to be the best technical match. It's never going to be the best wrestling match. But in terms of telling a story and just spots and moments, it's always going to be up there.
Yeah.
Because he's insane. And the thing is, like, he doesn't have to do this stuff. He's rich. His dad's the boss.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't need to be... If he wanted to just float on by, play it safe, do next to nothing, he could easily get away with that. He doesn't need to do this crap. And even now, like, he done that stuff when he was younger. If he wanted to come in now and float on by and stuff like that and not feel as if he needed to earn the respect of the boys, as it were.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do this.
Yeah.
He has kids.
He has kids, goddammit.
He's married.
Well, he doesn't give a shit about his kids, apparently.
Evidently.
He will happily jump 26 feet, I'd say, to his death.
Evidently.
Twice in the span of a year.
Twice in 18 months.
Oh, was it last year he did take her?
Last year WrestleMania, yeah.
Oh.
This year Mania was Styles.
Aye, he still did a coast to coast.
He did the coast to coast. Even at Survivor Series, he had the whole deal with Braun, the elbow off the top to the table.
Oh, yeah. He is insane. He is a spot monkey.
He's the original spot monkey.
He's the original spot monkey. And else we need to say, I think.
I wouldn't think so.
Don't think so.
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Pretty much covered everything as much as we could.
Yes. Next up, TLC.
TLC.
Which no matches have been announced. Well, one match has been announced.
Alexa
Mickey James.
That'll be something.
Oh,
be different.
I think it's gonna be the Shield versus Miz and the Bar in like a TLC match or something.
Right.
Like the Shield's first match where it's like a pinfall finish.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not. Or they might do an all or nothing match where all three belts are on the line. The tag belts and the IC belt.
Oh yeah.
So they might add in the ladder stipulation.
That'd be quite cool.
But that's probably gonna. The show's in 2 weeks, so that will probably come tomorrow.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't know if I can stay up for another night watching that.
I know you're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a coma like Shane. You'll be watching Raw though.
Of course I am.
You're a loyal fan. I'm just a casual fan.
No, I'm an idiot.
Stupid idiot. Is that everything?
Yeah, I would say so.
Right.
We done.
Yep. I guess we've got to say thanks for listening to our shit. And expect more podcasts and gaming soon enough. 2K18 stuff.
5 days.
5 days. 5 times.